The morning's a cool, cloudy, and damp morning. These birds ain't talking. Not on my farm, at least. So I'm gonna slip down this logging road and go sit in a blind I set up the other day. Just wait it out and see what happens. Gobble right there. He sounds like he might be getting his way a little bit. He's closer than he was, for sure. Sounds like there's one back behind me, too, ways. Bird just gobbled right back here. Boom! Yeah, that's what usually happens here. But this time, since I was only 2 hours into my season, I thought I'd let this play out and see if he'd commit to coming in and beating up that Jake decoy so I could get some good footage. He just walked off, slipped downhill. He was out like 40 yards. I probably could have killed him, but I know I could have killed him, but I just thought he'd come a little closer. So I thought, why not wait him out? I waited too long. He slipped off or I couldn't get a shot. That's alright. It's open morning.
All right, what a hunt. That was one of the most frustrating and most exciting hunts I've had in a while. I had that first strutter come in this morning, and he skirted me at like 35, 40 yards, and I kept thinking he would break and come to the decoy. And then he got behind a big tree over there, and he kind of drifted away a little further, and he slipped past me, got out of range. He went down around that way and back behind the blind. I'm about 30 yards in front of the blind right now. And so I'm sitting there all disgusted. I can't believe it. And I called a couple times, and the bird gobbled back behind the blind a ways. All right, I'll just sit here, and I'm watching where he disappeared from. All of a sudden I see a head coming through there. I'm like, oh, he's coming back. And then there was another one. So there was two of these guys running together. And they come in and they did the exact same thing. They skirted me. They were out a little bit further than the first one. And I just didn't feel comfortable with the shot because I just couldn't get a good, clean, clear view of their head, and I wasn't convinced that they were close enough. I mean, I know I could have killed them. I just don't like to shoot them that far out. Anyway, they skirted past me like this and went down, got down here a ways, and they gobbled. I cut, yelped at them, and a few minutes later they come back, but they kept skirting me at like 40 to 50 yards and running along this barbed wire fence right here. I don't know if they ever saw the decoy. I mean, I feel like they had to have, because at one point they were right over there. Anyway, they went back and forth here like 3 or 4 times. They would never come in, and then I had 2 more birds fire up and start gobbling from behind the blind. So I think there was 2 of them. It sounded like there was 2 of them. And they're coming up to the blind from our backside. I can't see nothing. That particular blind, you can't crack it open and look behind you. But they had to be really close. I could hear them drumming and everything. And these 2, meanwhile, are down here. All I can see is the tops of their heads right here on this road. And then I looked down here one more time, and he had jumped up on this log, and then his buddy jumped on the log, and they were both standing here on this log, and I could see them plain as day. And I don't think I got that on camera because I had to turn all the way to the very corner of the window of the blind to make the shot. And I shot him, and it just disappeared. And I thought, oh man, did I miss? And I jump out of the blind, and I come down here, and I can't see him. And then, lo and behold, he's laying stone cold dead behind the log.